ESPN Plus. Today, UC Davis, second game of a 3-game series, visits Abilene Christian here in Abilene, Texas at Crutcher Scott Field. Hutton Harris along with Roman Raffelli. Got a good one here for you today. Partner, it's going to be a good one, 80 degrees and 21 miles an hour out of the south for the wind. Roman, what do you see today when it comes to this pitching matchup?
Well, you mentioned game 2 of this series, ACU with a 10-0 win last night, able to get out, get a quick game, ending in 7 innings because of the run rule. So today it's going to be a big battle between Campo and Wood. Just wanted to get, for ACU, win the series in game 2 here versus, their previous few weekend series. They've lost the first game, last night being the first one that they have won to start the series. So it's going to be a big one here, trying to clinch the series here and then go for the sweep tomorrow if they're able to do that. And Campo's been a great pitcher for the Wildcats so far this season. 3.16 ERA, 4-1 in 8 appearances, few starts in there. Pitched really well, and obviously an opponent batting average of 257. So he's been really effective at getting hitters off balance, as well as just going for the strikeout when he's able to get 2 strikes early in counts and not pitching behind. Been really good with first pitch strikes, And for Tyler Wood, the freshman for UC Davis, out of Danville, California, he's got 9 appearances, only 2 starts there, but he is 2-0. Had 5 innings pitched versus Hawaii was his season high, and struck out 5 batters versus BYU. So obviously a bit of a step up competition-wise there, but was able to still perform pretty well. And he's going to have a tough battle. Obviously, ACU got a big win last night. Maddox Misi grand slam, really just a team effort up and down the lineup. So he's going to have some hot bats to deal with, and it's going to be a tall task for the freshman.
Yeah, I agree with you. Again, big win for ACU last night, coming off of the 21-3 loss here against Texas Tech here on Wednesday after there was a rain out on Tuesday. As you see the Wildcats run out here at Crutcher Scott. Again, you're gonna really see a good battle today on the mound. Tyler Wood and Ian Campa. Austin Glaze was fantastic last night, scoreless through 7, 92 pitches. Maddox Misi, again, who you see there, huge grand slam, as you talked about, Roman. It's going to be big time today for those two guys. For Maddox to step up again, and he was playing third last night. He's at the catcher position today, and again, let's talk a little bit about the pitcher for ACU today, Ian Campa.
Yeah, Campa's been obviously kind of the 2-man in ACU's rotation so far. Obviously having Austin Glaze have a bit of a veteran presence and start the series, pitching mostly Fridays, and then Campa coming in Saturdays. Usually daytime games got to deal with a little bit more heat, a little bit more element, but he's been really great. ACU as a team has won most of his starts and he's provided a very sound, consistent, fundamentally strong presence in this lineup, and especially with this series being against a non-WAC team, he's going to have to show that he can continue to be consistent and strong and provide Rick McCarty with a good quality start in the middle of this series.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one today. Again, 88 degrees, pretty strong wind out of the south, 21 miles an hour. That's been a consistent thing here in Abilene since the beginning of time, obviously. So if you're playing here in April, you're going to have to deal with the wind. Other than that, nice day here at Crutcher Scott. Second game of a 3-game set against UC Davis. And we'll see what ACU can do here on ESPN Plus. Again, we're going to bring it to you, Hutton Harris along with Roman Raffelli. And the Aggies come all the way from California. And the first batter you see today is going to be Damian Stone, the left fielder.
Yeah, he's been a good leadoff for them, hitting 250, slugging 375. Pretty great contact bat from the left side, and as a senior, he's leading this team not only in a literal way at the top of the order and in a very important left field role, but in experience. Been a guy that has been here for a while and has really cemented himself as their leadoff left fielder. So it's going to be exciting to see how he goes.
The first delivery inside. Stone, the seniors, batting 250. 28 games played, 25 of those started. The wind and delivery from Campa, swung on and hit back up the middle, off the glove of the pitcher, Over to first, Garrett Williams, a nice scoop. And that's the way the ball game starts.
Yeah, great play up the middle from Benjamin Greer there. Greer, kind of a utility guy for this Wildcat team. Started the season playing a lot of outfield and played some third base more recently, but then making a switch these last few games over to second base. Great backhanded stop, body moving away from the target, and able to make a nice throw and get the first out.
Nice scoop there by Garrett Williams as well. As we look at Alex Goiva. The junior looks at a ball inside from Compa.
Yeah, Goiva, the at-bat leader for this UC Davis team. 120 at-bats so far this season.
The 1-0 outside. .88 degrees here again. Feels probably like 95, 96 on the field. The 2-0 catches the outside corner.
Yeah, that's a great comeback pitch from Compa. You know, gets behind 2-0, able to kind of spot a ball up and away. Not a very hittable pitch, but gets it in there for a 2-1.
2-1 from Compa. Misses low. Umpires today, home plate, Matthew Stalegas. First base is Asa Howard, and over at third is Javier Cantu. The 3-1 delivery. Swung on and bounced. Just foul, says Javier Cantu, the third base umpire. Winds were really a big factor in the game yesterday, I felt like. 10-0 ACU win. Again, Maddox Misi launched a grand slam to left field, which you may see again today when it comes to home runs. The full count delivery. Compa winds and delivers. Swung on and bounced over to third base. This time it's fair over to Garrett Williams, and that's the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that's a great battle from Compa there. Down 2-0, gets the 2-1 pitch, goes down 3-1 just after that, and then is able to get a foul ball to the third base line, and then gets him to roll over, get it jammed a little bit, and hit a high chopper to D'Alessio over at third, who makes the throw across to Garrett Wilson.
Williams, D'Alessio, Payne, and Greer in the infield for the Wildcats. Ladisaw, Boro, and Rook in the outfield. Here's Mark Wolbert, the junior, batting .304 for UC Davis, coming in at 15-16 after the loss last night here at Crutcher Scott. The pitch from Campo is swung on and fouled off.
Yeah, Wolbert, the center fielder, slugging .409. It's a top 3 in his team so far on this current starting lineup today. And, you know, hitting in that 3-hole, pretty typical 3-hole guy. Plays well in the field, athletic, got some power, some contact.
This pitch is swung on and fouled past Garrett Williams on the first base side.
I think it's important to recognize the different at-bat situation here for Compa. Obviously, last at-bat got down 3-1, but here he's coming right at him, 1-2 to the 3-hole hitter. Really battling back, setting the tone for this game. He's going to be aggressive in the zone, and he's going to control it throughout.
The pitch. Swung on and missed, and that'll do it for the first. 1-2-3 goes UC Davis. Coming up, the Wildcats here on ESPN Plus. 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the first. Tyler Wood on the mound for UC Davis. The Aggies freshman, 239 on the season, couple starts, 9 appearances, 2-0. Roman, what do you see here?
Well, obviously a very young pitcher. Got a great pitching frame, as you've seen through baseball. 6'4", 180. Able to get a really great down angle on the ball. But he's got a whip just over 1. He's been solid so far. Obviously an ERA in the 2s, so it's not the best, but it's not the worst for this UC Davis team. Benjamin
Greer lines one to left field. That's extra bases around first, and safely into second is Greer, the senior, batting .315. A nice way to start the ACU first inning.
Yeah, and that's his 8th double on the year. Just a great line drive into the left center gap. Hooked in just towards that number 13 out in hitter's alley. Bounced twice before the wall there and lands himself a very comfortable double.
Miller Ladisaw here, the senior, batting .345, 119 at bats, looking to drive in Greer. The Wildcats looking to jumpstart this first inning. He takes a ball high and outside from Wood.
Yeah, Ladisaw, the grad student here. Been here for 5 seasons now. Just one shy of Coach Rick McCarty. Very veteran presence, comfortable in the box.
The ball is outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Miller was the actual first recruit for head coach Rick McCarty here at ACU. He looks at a ball low and inside. You got to pitch around this guy. He's pretty dangerous. Greer at second. The wind and the pitch. Hits the outside corner.
Yeah, with a runner in scoring position here, important to note that since 2019, the Wildcats are 94-35 when they score first. All of that, of course, under Coach Rick McCarty.
Battling back here is Wood. 3 balls and 2 strikes. .345 is the average for the graduate student, batting from the left side. Runner at second. The wind and the pitch. Swung on and hit just past the shortstop. Here comes Greer all the way to the wall. It's cut off. And the Wildcats have scored first. They've traded places. Miller Ladisaw puts Wildcats up 1-0.
Yeah, and Ladisaw with his 27th RBI there on his 13th double this season. Very similar shot to what we just saw from Benjamin Greer. Obviously a bit of a lower trajectory, but a ball that almost got to the wall there and a sliding stop by the left fielder Stone that we talked about earlier in this broadcast. Switching spots, like you said, and the Wildcats with a quick 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first, excuse me.
Gino D'Alessio stands in from the right side, batting .362, and he looks at a strike from Wood.
Yeah, D'Alessio leading the Wildcats team with a .362 batting average this season. He's been a very kind of standout guy, playing first base, third base, hitting in the DH spot.
This one swung on and hit deep down the left field line. That ball is back at the track at the wall. See you later.
Yeah, and D'Alessio knew that one out of the box. Took a nice side shuffle for his first couple steps. Knew that one was gone.
Intentionally walked last night in front of Maddox Meese's grand slam. Took advantage of a pitch over the plate from Tyler Wood, and ACU has scored 3 quick runs in the first 3 batters here at Crutcher Scott Field.
Yeah, and you see here just gets a middle fastball there, able to wind the hands through it, get him through, pull to that left field side, and send that one out of the crutch here.
Here's Maddox Meese, owner of a grand slam last night. The sophomore playing catcher today, played third base last night, batting .240. ACU up 3-0 here early. The pitch from Wood curves over the inside part of the plate for a strike. Again, Maddox can pretty much do anything in the infield. He's played many positions. Swiss Army knife for Rick McCarty. Playing catcher today. The pitch from Wood, low and outside. And Roman, I think going back to that, you can see the wind probably really helped that home run, but we'll see how that plays a factor here in the game.
Well, if you're UC Davis, you see that ball and you want to hope that the wind plays too much of a factor there. you know, because it's pushing out towards that foul pole, and it just barely snuck inside of that for the home run.
Nice start for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it's nothing more than ideal. I mean, can't ask for more than 2 extra base hits with the doubles there, and then a 2-run home run from your 3-hole hitter there.
Again, what did you say, 94 and 35?
94 and 35 coming into today when scoring first.
Under Coach McCarty. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah,
ACU up 3-0 here, sorry. ACU up 3-0 here. The pitch from Wood, a little bit ahead of it.
I think it's a great sign of a very, very win-heavy record when scoring first there. It shows that there's a very veteran presence in Coach Rick McCarty in the dugout, but also that they're doing their things right, because I think a lot of times you can see baseball as a very long sport, so you can get hot as you go. But if you're able to start early and start really well, it just shows that there's a good warm-up routine and a great presence pregame to allow for early success.
Misi goes down swinging. DJ Van Atten up. He's the DH today, number 27 for the Wildcats, the junior, batting .250 on the season. ACU coming in at 20 and 14, 10 and 5 in the WAC. And Van Atten looks at a ball outside.
Yeah, for Tyler Wood, that's a great bounce back at bat against Maddox Misi, one of the hotter bats in this lineup. Gives up 3 extra base hits to start, but then comes back and gets the strikeout.
The pitch. Catches the outside corner. Ian Compa went 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Tyler Wood has not done that here in the bottom of the first. The pitch, a little bit ahead. Actually, the inverse. The first 3 batters rounded the bases for ACU.
Yeah, certainly a tale of 2 sides here. Compa with a great top of the first and a struggle so far for Tyler Wood here, but settling in, looks like. Gets the strikeout and now 1-2.
Swung on and lifted into left field. UC Davis Stone is underneath it. He'll make the catch for the second out.
Yeah, it's a pretty frightening result there from Tyler Wood. Has DJ Van Atten right where he wants him in a 1-2 count, but kind of leaves a fastball middle. Unfortunately, it was just inside on the hands from Atten. Otherwise, that ball probably joining DeLesio's over that left field wall.
Here's Ed Payne. Payne batting from the left side, the junior batting .274. The pitch is swung on and flared down the left field line. Going out is Godiva. He will not have a chance at that ball. That will squirt behind our cameras there here at Crutcher Scott.
Yeah, Payne, the lone switch hitter today for both these teams, choosing to take that left on right matchup here.
The pitch is swung on and bounced to the right side. Lee has it over to Wood, and that'll do it for the ACU bottom half of the first. But 3 runs going to the top of the second. Back at Crutcher Scott, 3 runs on 3 hits for the Wildcats in the bottom of the first inning. UC Davis will send up the junior Nick Leahy, wearing number 22 today against Ian Compa. Swung on and fouled off. Over is Garrett Williams. And that'll be a souvenir.
Yeah, the junior Leahy coming in hitting .264, 110 at-bats. Just 9 extra base hits, looking for his 10th here against Compa, who, to end the first inning, got his 38th strikeout this season to end the first. Going to look to continue the tone he set in that first inning here in the top of the second.
The 0-1 almost hit him.
Yeah, Compa trying to come in with a front door off-speed pitch there. Unfortunately, just got it too far in, couldn't get it to break enough towards the plate there.
Almost hit him again. Trying to establish, probably, and Leahy's not having it.
No, and that's a great pitching strategy you see a lot of the time. Obviously, have a good first inning, set the tone, and then come in and establish where you want to pitch and be successful.
2-1 is swung on and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. ACU coming off a 10-0 win last night. Up 3-0 here early, top of the second. The 2-2. Oh, it hit him. Luckily, that was an off-speed pitch.
Yeah, and that's a great use of the helmet there. Unfortunate nonetheless, but maybe seeing some control issues with the breaking ball there. Obviously had 2 inside that he couldn't quite get to break in enough, and then that one just loses completely, coming out of the hand a bit early, a bit behind where he wants to in that throwing motion, and it's slipping and staying arm side.
So runner at first, nobody out. Riley Acosta, number 29, the catcher, stands in. Campos misses up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Acosta, the catcher today for UC Davis, batting .284. This one swung on. This could be 2. Ball's caught in the air, and it is 2. A really nice play over there by Payne on a line drive. He threw it back over across the diamond, and Garrett Williams makes a really nice double play to start the top half of the second inning here.
Yeah, take a look at the replay there. Bang, bang play at first. They give ACU the out, and an excellent play there. Really just fundamental baseball. It can be really easy to shortstop to see that liner and then pull your head out a little bit and let that drop or just miss it completely. But a great play from Zant Payne there to double up the runner and get Compa out of an early jam situation.
Brandon Woolridge, sophomore, steps in with 2 outs. From our vantage point, that was a double play either way, probably, if it was a bouncer or a line out. So the pitch from Compa is swung on and lifted in the air over his Ladisau. He'll make the catch, and that'll do it for the visitors' half of the top of the second. No runs on no hits, nobody left. Going to the bottom of the second, 3-0 ACU. Garrett Williams steps in for the Wildcats. Up 3-0 here. The first baseman, wearing number 7. Lines one into the gap. This could be extra bases. The third for ACU, rounding first and safely into home. ACU has its 3rd double and 7 batters.
Yeah, and you mentioned the 3rd double. It's their 4th extra base hit. UC Davis only made 3 outs so far, and they've already given up 4 extra base hits. It could be a very, very scary sign for the Aggies early in Game 2 of this 3-game series.
ACU up 3-0 here. Again, shut out the Aggies last night. Tyler Wood on the mound for the Aggies here, and Reese Borough in. He's going to square around to bunt. The center fielder, batting .218, possibly trying to get Garrett Williams over and carve out another run here in the bottom half of the second. The pitch from Wood is upstairs.
Yeah, Borough, the hometown hero a couple weeks ago against Utah Valley, had a walk-off single on the Saturday game to win that series. Very, very fundamentally strong player despite being just a freshman.
The throw back. Not as close as it looked. Borough from here, right here in Abilene, 6 foot, 180 pounds. Stands in on the left side. The pitch from Wood, swung on and hit up the middle. This will be an RBI. Around third and headed home is Garrett Williams. ACU takes an early 4-0 lead.
Yeah, that's a great approach and a really sure sign of maturity from the freshman there. Able to keep the hands through, line a ground ball single up the middle. Not the prettiest of hits, but nonetheless a hit, and scores a run. Wildcats take a 4-0 lead early in this one.
Holden Rook a late addition today for the Wildcats. Rance Radke was originally scheduled in right field, but Holden Rook will step in. The pitch. Garrett Williams at first base. Four nothing ACU from the crutch. The wind and the pitch from Wood. Squared around a bunt. Throw back over to first. Not in time.
Yeah, trying to back pick that speedy Boro on first base. Rook had himself a great night. Last night went 2 for 3. Scored twice off of both those hits. Contributed well for the Wildcats 10-0 win.
The wind and the pitch. He does square around and successfully bunt here. This is going to be a tough play for Wood. And he's safe. You can see it from our vantage point. He had no idea that it was going to be that close.
Well, when you're seeing some freshman kind of nerves get out there, in my opinion at least, Wood kind of fielded that ball and then looked to, as we see another look here, kind of panics there, went between tossing and just taking it himself and was not able to beat out the speedy right fielder for the Wildcats.
Great look there from our ACUTV crew led by Kerry Johnston and Matthew De La Cruz. So 4 runs here and the first time through the order for the Wildcats, and it looks like the Aggies will take a second to talk about things in the second game of a 3-game series. A couple of guys on here on this Saturday. 12:05 start tomorrow, 10:05 on the West Coast. That will not be on ESPN+. That'll be on WAC International.
The second baseman, number 6, Ben Greer.
Benjamin Greer led off the game with a double and scored. He's back on the left side. The senior batting .327. He's got 2 guys on, nobody out here. He takes a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, and Greer started this game off with a double, really set the tone, much like Compa's doing on the defensive side. On the offensive side here, line a double into the left center gap and then scored on that of Miller Ladisaw.
Oh and 2 to Greer. 2 on, nobody out. The pitch from Wood bounces in. Nobody's going anywhere on that. ACU again found a way to win 10-0 last night. Really dominated after the Maddox Misi Grand Slam. Looking to do the same thing here today.
Yeah, it was a game that started off as a pitcher's duel, but then after that Grand Slam really kind of took off in the very reverse fashion.
The throw back behind, this will be extra bases for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and a great play there, not only for Borjo at second to advance, but Holden Rook got a good enough read at that and saw that ball far enough into center field that he took off himself. As we take a look at the replay here. Ball into center field. And then a throw back to second base, not in time to get Rook. So now Wildcats from first and second no outs to second and third no outs with the top of the order.
Greer looking to get the ball in the bat here. Swung on and missed. That's not exactly what you want there if you're the Wildcats. You just want to make contact with guys at second and third and nobody out. Nevertheless, Miller Ladisaw will come up, try to drive in a couple of guys here.
And with runners on second and third, infield going to elect to pinch on the corners but keep the middle back. Not a real double play opportunity here with no runner on first base. Maybe looking to pitch around Ladisaw and set up that double play.
First pitch to Ladisaw, low and inside. Holden Rook and Reese Boro at second and third. 1 out. The wind in the pitch from Wood is swung on and missed, who's really been in trouble since the start of the game here. He's really never gotten out of trouble.
Yeah, he started that first inning with back-to-back-to-back extra base hits, but then was able to get the 4, 5, and 6 hitters to go down easy. Perhaps kind of bouncing back here, but unfortunately struggling thus far.
So if it's a hit ball, we probably won't use it.
1 ball, 2 strikes. To the graduate student from Heath, Texas. The pitch swung on and lifted into right field. This should score at least 1 run. Woolridge underneath it. He will grab it, but ACU will cap on another run. 5-0 here in Adelaide.
Yeah, that's a great piece there from Lattice. Unfortunately, just didn't get enough behind it. Hard line drive into right field. As we see on the replay there, cut off by the first baseman, not allowing Rook to potentially get by on a wild errant throw. So Borjo will score and give ACU a 5-0 lead.
In steps a senior, Gino D'Alessio. Holden Rook at third base. The pitch from Wood. Outside, and I think if you're Wood, you'll take this right now. You had 2 guys on second and third, nobody out.
Yeah, it's an excellent job of minimizing damage. Able to take second and third.
The pitch to D'Alessio. He takes inside. D'Alessio batting from the right side here. 367. The pitch. Outside. You got to pitch around this guy. He had a bomb in the first inning. Used that wind here at Crutcher Scott out of the south. Parked one. Swung on and fouled off.
Yeah, you mentioned D'Alessio getting his 37th and 38th RBIs in that first inning home run to left field. Looking for 39 and 40 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second, excuse me. Looking to have a 4 RBI game just 2 innings in.
The wind and the delivery just misses outside.
Yeah, and Wood thought he had that one there, unfortunately just outside.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 5-0 ACU. Tyler Wood looks at third. The wind and the pitch swung on and fouled off.
Yep.
88 degrees here at the start of the first pitch.
It's a great effort there on that 3-2 pitch from D'Alessio. Sees it. It's a pitch that probably ends up as a strike, but not a very hittable pitch. Got a little bit too far out in front on the curve, able to battle that off and live to see another one.
The wind and the pitch. He didn't go. First base umpire Asa Howard confirms. So here comes Maddox Misi. Grand slam last night.
Number 99, Maddox Misi.
Batting .238 on the year. Playing catcher today.
Yeah, the sophomore saw some really good time his freshman year. Some big games, some big growing moments. Been a solid sophomore so far.
Big swing and a miss on the first pitch from Wood. 0 for 1 today. Runner at first and third, 2 out, 5-0 ACU. The wind and the pitch from Wood, off speed, pulled the string again.
Yeah, starting this count pitching backwards. Misi's got to maybe shorten up his swing a little bit, shorten up the stride, and put a ball in play, down 0-2.
Wood's 0-2 pitch. Outside, that'll get away. This will score a run for ACU. Here comes Holden Rook. ACU doing everything right here in the first 2 innings. 6-0 from Crutcher Scott.
Yeah, and that's a really, really unfortunate mistake made between Wood and Acosta. You're 1 strike from getting out of the jam, and unfortunately a wild pitch through that left-handed batter's box, and another run scores.
That's a backbreaker for Wood, who had really battled back, trying to make sure that more damage wasn't done. The pitch to Misi. Strike 3 called. The damage is done, though. ACU tacks on 3 more runs. Going to the top of the 3rd, it's ACU 6 and UC Davis nothing.
Your walkout scored 3 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error and 1 left on base.
Second game of a 3-game set here from Crutcher Scott. ACU firmly has another lead over UC Davis. 6-0 here in the top of the 3rd. The pitch outside. Ian Compa winds and delivers. Swung on and missed. Batting from the right side is Lee, the sophomore, batting .321 for the Aggies. The pitch is swung on and flared down the right field line. That should be extra bases for Lee. Over to get it and throwing it in is Holden Rook. And that's a nice start for the Aggies here in the top of the 3rd.
Yeah, hard line drive down that right field line, able to give UC Davis their first hit tonight off of Compa. Hoping to get a spark set here, get back into this game down 6-0 early. Can't get it all back with 1 at bat, but a great effort there from Ryan Lee to get it going.
Jack Castellanola, freshman, batting .200, batting in the 8th spot today for the Aggies. Runner at second, nobody out. He takes a ball just outside on this Saturday. The pitch swung on and flared down the left field line. You can really hear the wind from our vantage point here at Crutcher Scott, blowing from right to left field. One ball, 1 strike to the DH. Runner at second. Compa's delivery is outside and high.
Castagnolo, one of the more rookie presences as a freshman on this UC Davis lineup, batting .200, only 3 games played. This is his 2nd start so far this season. Only 1 hit, looking to get his 2nd here.
The 2-1 is catch at the inside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at second. Nobody out. Campo checks. Delivers. Gets past Misi just a little bit. No harm done there. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, this is a great battle put up by the freshman, Castagnola. Obviously got a runner in scoring position, looking to score that. Pretty big moment here against a good pitcher, good baseball school here in ACU. Big moment for the freshman.
The full count delivery. Swung on and missed.
Yeah, that's going to be Castagnola's 3rd strikeout this season. But a great battle there from
The shortstop, number 2,
Ian
Joey
Compa.
Wright.
Able to battle back there and get an out with a runner in scoring position.
He definitely went around here. Joey Wright steps in, the shortstop, wearing number 2. Steps in the batter's box for the Aggies, batting .200. And Compa's first delivery is over to third base. D'Alessio, a nice play over to Garrett Williams. Gorgeous play from our vantage point.
Yeah, and that's an excellent scoop there. Dives, makes that open-handed grab like we see, and then backs up the runner at second base, unable to advance. And a leadoff double has been practically neutralized after the strikeout and a hard line out towards the third base side. Compa getting out of it here.
Really nice play from our ACUTV production team there, showing off their skills. The pitch to Damian Stone will drive in the first run of the game. Coming in, slide is safe. 6-1 here at Crutcher Scott.
Yeah, and Lee rounding third base, eased up a little bit. Don't think that he thought it was going to be as close as it was there, but a great throw from Rook. A good read by the cutoff man to let that through, and then an almost play at the plate from Misi. And Compa gives up that leadoff double that we saw to start this inning.
Alex Goiva stands in from the right side wearing number 4. Grounded out to third base earlier in the game. The runner, Misi throws down, not in time. It actually hits the runner. Greer came over but never got a chance. So something going here for UC Davis, down 6-1 on the road. Scores the first run of the series for the Aggies.
Yeah, playing good team baseball right here. You got to play small ball down 6 early. You can't get it all back in one at bat. You got to slowly climb your way back in, get some extra base hits, layer in some good base running, some extra bases. That's what they're doing here.
The pitch from Campo, swung on and lifted into left field. This will be extra bases. Around third and heading for home. 6-2.
Yeah, and we've seen Compa struggle with some of the command on his off-speed breaking pitches here so far. Leaves this one just over the middle, belt-high curveball. Able to turn his hands there and fire that one into left field to have himself his 6th double this season.
Here's Mark Wahlberg. The junior struck out looking in the first. Here comes Coach McCarty. No one's warming in the bullpen, so that you figured this is probably just a chat with his right-hander.
Yeah, very similar situation we saw last inning with Tyler Wood and UC Davis. Obviously gave up a couple hits back-to-back, was in a bit of a jam. Sometimes all it takes is a head coach is just walking out, giving him a chance to take a couple deep breaths, recompose himself, get back into it mentally, because he has 2 outs. That's a very unfortunate situation to have a runner on and then give up a 2-out extra base hit to score. Can oftentimes from the mound feel like a bigger deal than it really is, and like that 3rd out is a lot harder to achieve.
And he cruised through the first. So you have to think that, and really the second, I mean, you have to think that this is just a meeting of the minds. Say, hey, calm down. You know where you're at. Focus on your fundamentals.
Right, it's much more of a, I guess, an abstract mound visit there than a very literal one in that you're going to replace your pitcher or you're looking at an injury. Just a very like mental, calm down, take a couple deep breaths, recenter on the game plan, and then go get this 3rd out.
Goiva at second. Wahlberg at the plate. Struck out swinging to end the first inning. Batting .302 this season. .264 with runners in scoring position. Swung on and fouled off. 2 outs here, 6-2. ACU after again winning 10-0 yesterday. Runner at second. Campo looks and fires.
Yeah, looking to establish that inside edge there with the fastball. Unfortunately, doesn't get the call. Just a tad too far in.
Again, Wynn picking up from right to left field here. He played a factor today. The pitch misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nobody warming up for the Wildcats. So you've got to think this is Kampa's game. First few innings. The pitch. Strike on the inside corner, says the home plate umpire.
Yeah, that's a very similar pitch to the one we just saw called for a ball. Was able to get that a little closer to the plate there. Caught that that inside edge and gets the strike.
Campo looks, fires. That ball is shot down the right field line past Garrett Williams, foul. 2-11. That's what Walbert's batting with 2 outs this year. Again, 264 with runners in scoring position. Runner at second. 2 runs in here in the top of the third. Campo, the delivery, swing and a miss, and that'll do it for the top of the third. 6-2, ACU up here at Crutcher Scott. A new pitcher on the mound for the Aggies.
Yeah,
Mason Lerma.
Mason Lerma taking over.
Sorry about that.
Got a 7.57 ERA in 27 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 38 hits, 23 earned runs off of those, 22 strikeouts and 11 walks. Not a bad ratio there. The alarming part with Lerma is the .339 opponent batting averaged against. Kind of a guy that likes to pitch to contact, but unfortunately this season it's been a lot of hard contact in the gaps and not ground balls to get out of innings.
DJ Van Atten steps in. Van Atten looks at a ball up and away. He flew out to left field, first time up. Van Atten from the right side. Takes a ball outside, 2 balls and 1 strike.
You mentioned the fly out to left, his first at-bat. Was a great piece, really got his hands fired through. Unfortunately, the ball just caught the end of the barrel.
The 2-1. Catches the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Lerma. 0-3 this season. Just over 27 innings pitch. He misses outside. Six to 2 here, ACU. The wind and the pitch from Lerma. Swung on and chopped up the middle. This will be a pretty easy base hit. It seems like for Van Atten, he was chased off the bag over at first was Lee. That was a church league bounce there.
Yeah, and a kind of a 100-foot single there, if you will. Van Atten, not the fastest runner there, but able to beat this one out. Let's take a look at the replay. Ball hits almost off of home plate, chopped up, and does just beat it out as the first baseman had to come off the bag to make the catch.
Payne steps in. Takes the ball up and away. Batting from the right side here. Van Atten at first. Payne swings and lofts one behind shortstop. Right is over, and he will make the grab for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, scooped that ball a little bit there, got under it too much. Pretty routine pop-up there for the shortstop,
First baseman, number 7,
which is Joey Wright today for UC Davis.
Garrett Williams steps in for the Wildcats. First baseman today. Senior. Batting from the right side. Batting .261 on the year. He lifts this one foul. kind of started the second rally for the Wildcats in the bottom of the second with a double in the gap, scored later on. The wind in the pitch, swung on and bounced over the third baseman's head. Go Eva. 2 guys on and 1 out for ACU, the second hit of Garrett Williams' young afternoon.
When we saw another chopper there over the glove of the third baseman, playing in on the cut, trying to turn 2. Ball just bounces right over his head, able to be a really fundamental single there. And now the Wildcats have first and second with only 1 out. Looking to add after UC Davis climb back into this game with 2 of their own in the top of the third.
Here's Reese Boro, batting from the left side. He squares around a bunt and takes a strike. Had an RBI and a base hit in his bottom of the second. Lerma, the lefty, checks the runners. The wind and the pitch. Boro takes another strike. 0-2.
Great approach here from Lerma against the young freshman, kind of painting the edges and getting ahead early. 0-2 in this count.
The 0-2 pitch. Misses upstairs. ACU's had base runners in every inning. And again, coming off of the win last night, really firing on all cylinders here for Coach Rick McCarty offensively. The wind in the pitch, swung on and missed. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Boro chased a little bit there.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate at bat if you're Reese Boro. Obviously had a single in your first and then gets behind early and just swings through an off-speed pitch there. And it'll go down for the second out of this third inning.
Holden Rook fires one behind home plate here at Crutcher Scott Field. 90 degrees, 20-mile-an-hour winds out of the south. On this Saturday, the second game of a 3-game series from Crutcher Scott. The pitch misses inside.
Rook in his first at-bat pushed a button on the first baseline, and it was able to beat Tyler Wood to the bag for an infield single. Maybe looking to do that again here with runners on first and second and a lefty pitcher who's going to fall off towards the third base side.
The pitch to Rook. Swung on and bounced past the third baseman. 1-1 will score. Here comes Garrett Williams. He'll be held at third. Holden Rook has another hit. He's safe at second.
Yeah, that's a great approach from Rook. Gets a pitch inside that he thinks he can handle and then just fires the hands at it and shoots it past a diving Goeva. Able to get an RBI and put runners on second and third for Benjamin Greer.
ACU has scored in every inning, 7-2 here. 8 runs on 3 hits. Sorry, 7 runs on 8 hits. 2 runs on 3 hits and an error for the Aggies. Back to the top of the lineup. The switch hitter, Benjamin Greer. 1 for 2 today. The wind in the pitch from Lerma. This one swung on and lifted to center field. This should do it. Under it is Wolbert, and he'll take care of it. The Wildcats score another run. 7-2 from the crutch.
Welcome back inside the crutch. Your Abilene Christian Wildcats with a 7-2 lead after 3. Look at Ian Compa there. Good start so far. Had an easy first and second innings. Gave up 2 runs in the third. So number 22, Nick Leahy, to start this 4th inning. Leahy takes pitch number 1 for a strike. Leahy hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Took a curveball off the back of the helmet. And he'll watch that one outside. Even the count, 1-1. Kampa's been good today. Had a few mishaps with his control, it seems like. Not able to spin the curveball as effectively as usual. But nonetheless, got a 5-run lead. As Leahy bounces that one to the shortstop. It'll be D'Alessio from third. Barehand play. Diving. Jumping up is Garrett Williams. Drops it on the contact. We'll take a replay here. Third baseman D'Alessio gets the throw there on time. Unfortunately, pulls Williams inside the base path. And as he catches that, bounces out of the glove as he hits Leahy. So runner on first for the Aggies to start this inning. It'll be the catcher, Riley Acosta. Pitch number 1 for a ball. Keeping score at home. That'll go down as an error on the first baseman, Williams. And he'll throw a curveball there, second pitch for a strike. 1-1 count. And Acosta on his last at-bat hit into a double play, hit a line drive to Zant Payne at short, as he's going to foul that one off down the first base line. Hit a line drive to the shortstop, his first at-bat. Zant Payne able to catch it, gather himself, and throw across the diamond to double up Leahy at first base. And the 1-2 pitch. Popped into center field. Boro under it. Gathers, makes the catch. And he'll throw it in for the first out of this inning. Which will bring up number 27, Brandon Wooldridge, the sophomore, hitting .262 on the year. Gonna have a runner on first, looking to avoid a double play ball. And help get the Aggies back on the board here, down 7-2 in the top of the fourth. And the first delivery from Kampa is a strike. Fastball on that outside corner. Gets ahead 0-1 here. Wooldridge flied out to left field in his first at-bat. As Kampa looks back at first base, keeping Leahy as close to the bag as possible with that leadoff there. Not a close play, but nonetheless, just reminding him who's in charge on the mound so far. And the 0-1 from Kampa. Tried to go back outside with the fastball. Unfortunately, just a touch too far. It'll even the count at 1-1. He'll check back again. Bit of a closer play there. Still safe from Asa Howard at first base. Kampa been good on the mound so far today. Had some command issues like I mentioned just a bit ago. Been able to work ahead as he falls behind 2-1 there. Been working ahead in counts, getting the batters pulled back in the box a bit, having to shorten up their strides, choke up just a tad. Fish for contact, but even then, Kampa's been effective. Able to get some swing and misses. As this ball is hit high into center field, fading towards Boro, who's going to make the catch. And that'll be the second out of this fourth inning. Leadoff runner reaches on an error by Williams at first base. See a replay here. Ball hit high into that West Texas sky. Boro able to make the catch. 2 down for the Wildcats behind Ian Kampa. And that'll bring up Ryan Lee, the first baseman, hitting .321 coming into today. And Campo will take another check at first base. Lee doubled and scored. Served as the Aggies' first run in this game. Led off with a double in the top of the third and got that rally going. Runner goes there. Ball gets away from Maddox Misi. Bounced just before home plate. Was able to block it, but unfortunately not able to make a play at second. The runner will advance. Leahy takes second. And a 1-0 count between the battle of Kampa and Lee. And a high chopper towards third. D'Alessio able to grab and make the throw across, and he gets him. Close play there. Great stretch from Garrett Williams. Wildcats lead 7-2 after 4. We'll take a break here on ESPN+. Back inside Crutcher Scott Field here on the campus of Abilene Christian University. The Wildcats with a 7-2 lead over the Aggies after the top half of the fourth. It's going to be Miller Ladisaw leading off the bottom of the fourth for the Wildcats. He doubled and scored in his first at-bat and had a sac fly to right in the second. Pair of RBIs and an extra base hit to start this one. And he will take a fastball on the inside edge, ball one, to start his third at-bat. 3 at-bats in 4 innings, not a bad sign for the grad student. And that one will catch the outside edge for a strike, even the count 1-1. And lines a ball into the 3-4 gap. Hard ground single for Ladisaw there. He's 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Taking a look at that replay. Sharp ground ball just past the second baseman there to lead off this inning with a single.
Nice piece of hitting there from the graduate student.
And the first pitch misses low. It'll be a ball. And Lerner will take a check over to first. Ladisaw, not known as a speedy guy, but fifth-year athlete like himself, you never know what could happen. As D'Alessio stands in, the 1-0 pitch fouled off towards the first base side. D'Alessio with a home run, his first at-bat in that first inning, capped off a 3-run first inning for the Wildcats, and then walked in the second. His third at-bat here in the fourth with a runner on first. Take a strike on the inside edge. Falls 1-2 to the count.
And again, from our vantage point, that ball was an absolute rocket over the left field wall here, right over the arrow forward sign.
And loops this one into center field. Diving catch there. Ruled as a base hit. Ladisaw will move to second base.
As you can see here, you can see here, Walbert makes a really nice effort, but it does, looks like it skips in. So now you got 2 guys on and nobody out. ACU looking to capitalize for the 4th consecutive inning here against the Aggies.
Yeah, and that'll bring up the big man on campus the last 24 hours. Maddox Misi, grand slam last night. He'll take strike 1 on the outside edge.
Roman, you got to sit down with Maddox. Thoughts about that?
Yeah, I got to sit down and have a conversation with Maddox, talk about his freshman year, capped off, big moment against Oklahoma at Globe Life where he had a walk-off single, and just kind of the growth that he's seen as he fouls that one off behind home plate. The growth he's seen under Coach Rick McCarty and his experience so far in his first year and a half, almost 2 years as a Wildcat.
We talked about how he's just a Swiss Army knife. He can pretty much do anything in the infield, but he's really migrated more toward catcher this year.
And he's going to battle off a pitch 0-2 there. You know, this is a roster under Rick McCarty that has a lot of those kind of guys. Garrett Williams, the senior, not only leads this team from a leadership aspect, but also kind of a Swiss Army knife guy, can kind of give that experience and that mentorship to guys like Maddox. And a ball high there. Bring the count to 1-2.
Misi wearing 99 told us that they gave him 99. He thought it was a joke, so he just kept it.
And fouls that one off down the third base line. Looked like it was going to sneak in there. Unfortunately, bounces just outside of the third base. Yeah, we got a great battle from the catcher, Maddox Misi, and Lerma on the mound for his second inning of work. And the 1-2 misses. Fastball outside in that left-handed batter's box. Maddox being patient, disciplined, fouling off the good pitches. Able to battle from 0-2 early to a 2-2 count now in his battle with Lerma. And the 2-2 misses inside. And after getting out early, Lerma unable to find the zone here. Finds himself in a 3-2 count after being up 0-2.
ACU with the chance here to really break it open. The Aggies came back with a couple runs in the top of the inning.
And that 3-2 popped up shallow right center field. Will be the right fielder making that grab. Brandon Wooldridge able to get under it, make the play, and retire Maddox Misi, which will bring up first base, DH, DJ Van Atten.
This ball's just popped up. You can tell Misi's not happy with the result. Kind of had him where he wanted him there and didn't quite get all of it, and really wasn't even that close. But DJ Van Atten has a chance here again to really break the game open for the Wildcats against Lerma, who is probably going to be the Aggies pitcher for foreseeable future.
Yeah, and he will take strike one. Walked and scored in his last at-bat in the third inning. Always a good sign when you're getting back-to-back innings with at-bats. Able to see more pitches, stay engaged. And he's going to hit a hard line drive, foul down the third base line, early on the off-speed there. And Van Atten will find himself in an 0-2 hole, looking to repeat Misi there and be disciplined at the plate, battle, but hopefully have a better result here with runners on first and second base. In the 0-2, outside. Bit of a reset pitch there, trying to move the hitter's eyes, get him less familiar with the zone. And able to sacrifice a ball there, obviously up in the count 0-2. Now 1-2 pitch from Lerma. And he will pick back.
We've seen a couple of those today, unsuccessful from the Aggies.
And the 1-2 pitch after the pickoff attempt. Fouled back. Good battle there from Van Atten. Sees a pitch that might be breaking into the zone. Able to get the barrel on it and spoil that one. Live to see one that he finds more favorable.
The only thing my grandmother does with this one. What that is? Like, doesn't ever happen.
And that one lined into shallow left field. It's going to get down. And Ladisaw coming home to score. Gillespie will hold up at second. And an RBI single from DJ Van Atten here with one out in the bottom of the fourth.
Really nice piece of hitting here by Van Atten, the DH today. Drives it into left field, and more good things happening for Coach Rick McCarty and the Wildcats.
Yeah, just playing some small ball here. Obviously a single to start the inning. from Ladislaw, who you just saw score. And then D'Alessio with the same result, a little bloop signal into center. And then a liner to score one from DJ Van Atten. So 3 singles in a row will bring up Zant Payne, who fouls off the first pitch he sees. Spoils a curveball. And the 0-1. In there. Just misses low. 1-1 count now. Runners on first and second. An almost identical situation to what Van Atten just saw. And that one lined down the third base side. Zant Payne ahead on the off-speed pitch, excuse me. Lerma pitching him backwards just a bit. Knows that the fastball is certainly a hittable pitch if he's throwing it for a strike. Able to get himself into a 1-2 count without having to throw it where it can be hit. And now he's got the whole arsenal to work with ahead 1-2. And that'll miss outside. Since Lerma entered the game in that third inning, it seems like his miss with the fastball has been arm side, not able to finish it through enough. Southpaw struggled so far in this one with his command. The 2-2 lined up the middle. It's a double play ball there, and they will convert it. Second baseman Nick Leahy, unassisted, going to step on it at second and throw across to first base. Ryan Lee there to complete the double play. We'll take a break. Wildcats at a run, 8-2 after 4. Back inside Crutcher Scott Field. Look at Ian Compa there. Good start this game. 4 innings pitched. Only 2 runs given up.
Yeah, Campa's had a pretty solid start today. Only given up 2 runs on 3 hits. ACU has an error wedged in there as well.
And the first pitch, high and outside to the pitch hitter for the DH, Sam Papp stepping in place of Jack Castellanoga. Swings and misses it. Off-speed pitch there. Even count 1-1.
His command's been pretty good today again. He's hit a rough third inning, but got out pretty quick in the fourth, obviously. Only allowing 3 hits.
And he'll foul that one off. Third base side. Correction, this is Jack Castellanoga, just wearing different jersey number. He's got the 48 on. Book says 50. Bit of a miscommunication there. Nonetheless, a 1-2 count here against Compa. And foul that one back. Good pitch there from Compa. Able to get a curveball passed in there, but able to swing down on it and foul it back. Good effort from the freshman. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the high fastball. And the first batter of this inning retired. 1 out here in the 5th.
Really nice fastball here. He just couldn't catch up with it. And it looks like Campo really has something working here in the top of the 5th.
Now I'll bring up number 2, Joey Wright. Right-handed sophomore playing shortstop today for the Aggies. Checks his swing on a curveball inside, 1-0 to start his second at-bat. He grounded out to Gino D'Alessio over at third base in his previous at-bat. And he'll watch a fastball in there, strike 1. 1-1 count now from Ian Compa. And the 1-1 pitch. foul down the right field line.
So she has the 16 and it's grabbing.
Nobody up in the pen for the Wildcats. You see some movement, but no one throwing. And again, it looks like Ian will be on the mound here for a few more batters at least, maybe an inning or two.
Like I did get letters mixed up all the W's and M's.
And the 1-2 breaks just a bit too far outside.
That could remotely
That'll even count at 2-2. Compa been a deeper guy so far this season, averaging just over 5 innings pitched per appearance.
head, I have to be like, okay, capital D's this way. So that means
Been a solid starting arm for Coach Rick McCarty this season. And the 2-2 pitch, fastball in the dirt. And
Yeah,
that'll
what you-
bring it to
what
a 3-2 count.
Sorry, Roman. And what you don't want here is you're up 8-2. You won 10-0 last night. You don't want to give the Aggies any breathing room. So 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3 is what you want.
writing it, I can be fine.
And that 3-2 pitch hit hard to D'Alessio. He's going to gather it, take a step, and get the runner to first base. Great stretch there from Garrett Williams, and 2 down easy to start the top of the 5th.
Nice job by Wright here, extending his hands. Even better job by D'Alessio over there.
Yeah, rolled over that one just a bit.
I actually did not know.
Got a little too far ahead of that fastball. And for the second time today, Will hit a ground ball to the third baseman, D'Alessio. Brings up Damian Stone, the senior lefty playing left field today, who's going to pop up the first pitch he sees. Shallow left field. Ladisaw makes the grab in foul territory. And an easy inning for Compa. We'll take a break here. Middle of 5. Abilene Christian Wildcats up 8-2 over the UC Davis Aggies. Back inside the crutch, pitching change for the Aggies. Number 23, Sal Batries, now on the bump.
Yeah, Batry's 10.66 ERA this year. He's 2-2, 13 appearances. This will be his 14th appearance. He started one game in 2024, but again, for the Aggies, in the second game of this 3-game set, you're just kind of looking to patch innings here and there.
One especially down 6, halfway through this ball game. And if you're going to get back in it, you got to do it slowly, and that starts with good bullpen pitching, not deepening the hole before you can start to patch it and fill it back up. It'll be Garrett Wilson to lead off for the Wildcats. He's got a double and a single so far in this one. Scored after that double in the second inning. Started the rally there as the Wildcats tacked on 3 in the second. Singled back in the third as well. He will be the first batter for Batries. And the first pitch, Wilson went on. Williams swung on, tried to check that swing, but went through. 0-1 from Batries. Misses outside. That'll be 1-1 now.
Williams has had a good day from the plate. 2 hits, double and a single in the second and the third.
And that fastball misses outside and low. 2-1 now. And the 2-1 pitch misses low. Batries struggling to spot up that fastball. That'll bounce it in there at the feet of Williams. 3-1 now. And ball 4. Batries got the first pitch strike, but then after that, 4 fastballs low and outside, the consistent misses there. Leadoff runner on for Reese Borho.
Continues his good day at the plate. 2 for 2 and a walk. It's exactly what Coach Rick McCarty wants from his first baseman.
Yeah, and being a great leadoff there, seeing pitches, getting on base, starting the inning, getting the ball rolling here in the bottom of the 5th. And he'll see a pick attempt over to first base at Williams as Borjo steps back in. Batries engages with the rubber. We'll see pitch number 1. In there for a strike. Fastball catches the outside edge.
Boro with the RBI in the second inning. Struck out swinging in the third. Looking to advance Garrett Williams here.
Second pitch low. That'll be ball one there. Boro had a good day at the plate, single and scored, had an RBI as well. But more importantly, he's had a great day in center field, made a few plays, been able to be a reliable center fielder in what's felt like a revolving door of outfielders so far this season for the Wildcats. And another pick attempt over to Williams. Close play there, able to get back in time.
That's how much one of them was, but they were like 85%.
And the 1-1 pitch. Lined into the gap in left center. That ball's going to fade into the wall and be an easy double there for Reese. Borjo, his second hit of the day, moves runners into the second and third here in the bottom of the fifth.
Yeah, Boro, beautiful piece of hitting here. He extends his hands, finds the gap. Second hit of the day, setting the table. Really nice for Holden Rook here to extend the lead for the Wildcats.
And Rook, 2 for 2 so far today. Went 2 for 3 last night, scored on both of his hits. Scored on just the single in the second here tonight, but 2 for 2 on the day. Looking to continue that, make that 3 for 3 here with runners on second and third. First pitch from Batries. Fastball in there for a strike.
Again, Holden Rook has had a heck of a day as well. Bottom of the lineup for Rick McCarty, really carrying the Wildcats.
And that one hard at the shortstop, able to check the runners and then make the throw across to get Rook. And that's a great play there from Joey Wright, shortstop for UC Davis. Snags the hard ground ball at his feet, checks the runners, make sure they're not going anywhere, and then makes a nice firm throw across to get Rook.
Number 6, Ben Greer.
Unfortunately for Batries, that will bring up the top of the order. Benjamin Greer steps in from the left side. Going to take advantage, hope to take advantage of that left-right matchup with the pitcher Batries. And swings through a fastball for a strike. Benjamin Greer doubled in the first and gone down with a strikeout and a fly out to center in his last 2 at-bats.
Just trying to get something together here.
And that ball's going to squeak through, and the Wildcats with a bit of a scary situation there. Borjo got almost to third base as he thought Garrett Williams was going to go home, but no throw from the catcher, Acosta.
Just kind of the luck of the draw there with the ball bouncing in the third inning. ACU was a beneficiary of that play exactly. And in this inning, it just bounced right back to Acosta, holding the runners at second and third.
And the 1-1 from Batries. High chopper to first base. First baseman's going to step on it, and yet again another out that the Wildcats not able to advance off of. So some good defense here from the Aggies has turned a no-out runners on second and third situation into a very manageable 2-out, 2-on.
Kind of shocked there that Garrett Williams wasn't going on contact. You would think in this type of game where you're up 6, you would want to really force the issue with 2 runners on and 1 out.
First pitch hit hard to the second baseman. Going to make the grab and throw it to first. So Wildcats lead off with 2 runners on second and third and do no damage. We'll take a break here on ESPN+. Back inside Crutcher Scott Field on the campus of Abilene Christian University. New pitcher for the Wildcats, number 30, Rolando De La Cruz.
Yeah, this is his 9th appearance, 5.75 ERA. He's 0-2 this year. He started 5 games, so again, some experience here for ACU and Rick McCarty.
Yeah, Rolando was dealing with a bit of an early season injury, but was more of a midweek matchup kind of guy for Rick McCarty, shifting more to a bullpen role now that they're deeper into the season. Coming in relief of Ian Compa, who we can close the book on this afternoon.
Nice job by Ian. Again, 2 runs, 3 hits for his leisure. And Coach McCarty is on to the bullpen.
Compa also struck out 4,
Number 4, Alex
hit a batter, but nonetheless put the Wildcats in a great spot to walk away today with a win and, more importantly, secure the series against UC Davis. Stepping in is number 4, Alex Guiva, the junior third baseman for the Aggies. Gonna foul off the first pitch he sees from De La Cruz. Early on an off speed there.
Aggies trying to claw their way back into this again, losing 10-0 yesterday, a couple of runs today. Not exactly an offensive clinic.
And that pitch misses inside.
And really the only way to get for the Aggies to get back into this, and what you don't want if you're Rick McCarty's team, is setting the table with walks.
And the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard to DeLessio, but had a busy day. Gonna make the throw across. Bounces it to Williams, who makes the scoop. And the first batter retired for De La Cruz.
Third basemen often have to have a really big arm over there. And this took a little church league hop over to him and a really nice throw across to Williams to get the first out of the inning here in the 6th.
DeLessio had a busy day, but been good so far. It's going to be the center fielder Mark Wolbert to face De La Cruz. Going to swing and miss at a fastball, strike 1. Wolbert struck out in his previous 2 appearances, both of which against Ian Compa. In the 0-1. Shows bunt, puts it down, foul. Misi make a practice throw over to first. And a bold strategy there from Wolbert, struggling at the plate, trying to get something going there, provide a spark, get a little bunt single, but Misi, one of the best in the WAC behind the dish. It'll be 0-2 now after the foul bunt. The 0-2 from De La Cruz. Wild arm side pitch there. Looks like the fastball slipped out as it came around.
Just slipped a little bit there. It happens, you know.
Tough
Thankfully
break
we've got a lefty up there.
And the 1-2 from De La Cruz. In there, just misses inside. Thought he had it.
We've all been there. We've all been there. I mean, maybe not pitching in a Division I game, but we've all had the ball slip a little bit playing catch.
And the 2-2 from De La Cruz. Hit sharply to Greer at second, who's going to make a nice short throw across to Williams to provide the second out of this inning for the Wildcats.
Yeah, nice job there again by the Wildcats, and just making sure that the Aggies don't get any momentum here as we get closer and closer to that third game of the series tomorrow.
And Nick Leahy steps into the box. Swings and misses at a curveball from De La Cruz. Great pitch there to start the at-bat. And the 0-1. Hit high, stays in the infield. DeLessio coming in, makes the grab, and a quick inning of work from the bullpen for De La Cruz. He'll protect that ACU lead 8-2 after the top of the 6th. Welcome back to the campus of Abilene Christian University. Wildcats have an 8-2 lead after the top of the 6th against the UC Davis Aggies. It'll be number 1, Gino DeLessio, leading off the bottom of the 6th for Rick McCarty's Wildcats. 2 for 2 on the day with a walk, a home run, and a single. Pair of RBIs as he hits one of the 5-6 hole. Able to outrun it as an errant throw brings the first baseman down the line. And that's a great piece there. It should go down as a single on the infield.
Really nice piece of hitting here right out of the box. you may not see it on this replay, but it was a really nice play by the first baseman to scoop that, to not give D'Alessio extra bases, who's had a fantastic day.
Yeah,
He's been on base every time.
It's a big thing to make the stop there, just not let that ball into the outfield, but needs a pretty high-level throw to get the out at first. Maddox Misi in the box. First pitch hits him. Looks like it caught him on the inside of that back leg. Gonna run that out. No, hit him in the stomach there.
This is not what you want from Bay Trees and the Aggies. You don't want to let that ball slip. Again, this guy didn't look like it hit him too hard. Hit him on the jersey there.
Got him. Looks like on that inside the ribs right there.
Yeah, not a good feeling. Not a good feeling.
Brings up DJ Van Atten, the DH today, in Rick McCarty's lineup.
Again, this is where the ACU Wildcats really separated themselves last night and finished off the game.
Yeah, giving up free bases is never a recipe for success, as Van Atten fouls that one off down the third base line.
Van Atten's got 2 hits today, an RBI in the 4th. Not an easy trek through ACU's middle of the order here.
And especially on a day where you've seen a lot of success from the bottom of the lineup in Garrett Williams, Reese Borjo, and Holden Rook. None of the bats in this lineup have been going down easy so far today. The third pitch of the at-bat just misses. It'll be 2-1 now to Van Atten. Lines a ball in the 5-6 hole past a diving Gueva. And D'Alessio will score. Van Atten has himself a double.
Really nice job of hitting again here from Van Atten. It doesn't get any better than this for the Wildcats again. ACU is finding ways to score in every facet of the game today. 9-2 here at Crutcher Scott.
Well, it all starts with your approach at the plate. You got to stay disciplined, not swing outside yourself, and put the bat on the ball, and that's what they've been doing today. Brings up Zant Payne, the starting shortstop today. And that ball bounces away. No movement from the catcher, Misi, from third base.
And again, Roman, this is exactly what happened yesterday. ACU was up 5-0, 6-0, got to 7-0, and then they figured it out late to get that 10-run rule. They're inching toward that as we get closer here in the 6th.
And Payne pops up the second pitch he sees. Fading back as a third baseman. Out of play is that one. So you got a 1-1 count here between Baytrees and Payne. Zant looking for his first hit so far in this one.
As you said, Zant's over 3 today, but ACU has had this position. We've been in this position several times today. 2 on, in scoring position, nobody out.
And the 1-1 misses low and outside. Be 2-1 now. And a hard line drive into center field. That's going to score 1. Play at the plate. Down the line. DJ Van Atten dives in head first. Past the catcher. And 2 more score on a Zant Payne 2 RBI double.
Really nice job here. Throws this ball into center field, and then ACU scores 2. Really putting on the pressure here for the Aggies, now up 11-2.
And an almost collision there at the plate as that throw was up the third baseline, and big guy in Van Atten diving in there. Could have been ugly, but thankfully both players get out of it unscathed. And looks like the Aggies will make a pitching change. We'll take a break and come back to see who it is. Abilene Christian up 11-2 here in Abilene, Texas. Caden Hogan, the newest Aggie pitcher here in the bottom of the 6th for Coach Tommy Nicholson's team.
15th appearance this year. 8.84 ERA, thrown from the right side. Got a couple of runners on, and he's not very comfortable with runners on. 3.62 this year.
And first pitch misses. It'll be ball 1. Garrett Williams stands in there for the Wildcats. 2 for 2 on the day with a walk. And takes a 1-0 fastball. 1-1 now. And that ball fouled off to the first base side. 1-2 now between Hogan and Williams.
Williams has been on all 3 times today. ACU looking to blow it open. Up 11-2.
And a hard ground ball through the 5-6 hole. And that's going to move up Zant Payne, but runners on the corners now for the Wildcats. Garrett Williams welcoming Caden Hogan into the game with a single through the 5-6 hole to bring up the freshman, Reese Borough.
Borjo's had an amazing day today. He's been on all 3 times. Sorry, 2 out of 3 times. Double, RBI. But he's made some great plays in the field as well. Coach Rick McCarty's out talking to the umpire. Looks like we're going to get a pinch runner here.
Yeah, that'll be number 0, Zion Stevens, the freshman infielder. Going to run and probably play the field for Garrett Williams. And the first pitch to Borough misses outside.
ACU putting on an absolute clinic here over the last 24 hours. Scoring 10 runs yesterday, 11 runs today. Another game tomorrow. First pitch, 12:05.
And a hard ground ball from Borough. And the Aggies able to turn a 4-6-3 double play. But a run comes across, 12-2 lead for the Wildcats.
Now batting, number 24, Holden.
And the double play will bring up Holden Rook. Had a great day so far today. Got a single and a double with an RBI. Scored after a single in the second. And does not offer at a first pitch fastball. Check to swing. And pops up the second pitch into center field. There to make the catch. And the Abilene Christian Wildcats will take a 12-2 lead after 6 here on ESPN+.
Back at the crutch, 12-2, ACU leading in the second game of this 3-game set this Saturday afternoon. Roman Raffelli along with Hutton Harris, Kerry Johnston, and Matthew De La Cruz producing today for ACU TV. Rolando De La Cruz wearing number 30 on the mound for the Wildcats, up 12-2.
Zion Stevens, who ran for Garrett Williams after his at-bat last inning, is going to stay in the game at second base. Moving from second to third is Benjamin Greer, and moving from third to first is Gino D'Alessio.
Seems like Coach McCarty's just getting some work in for his young guys. Up 12-2 here again. looking for these 3 outs as McCarty comes back out to confirm with the home plate umpire, Matthew Staligas.
And he will actually be taking out Gino D'Alessio from first base. He's going to put in Jack Nielsen to play first base here in the top of the 7th.
12-2 here from the crutch. 90 degrees, 20-mile-an-hour winds.
Now playing first base for ACU, number 32, Jack Nielsen.
Orlando De La Cruz looking to finish it out for the Wildcats. Again, a game tomorrow at 12:05, 10 a.m. Pacific time. The wind and the pitch. Swung on and missed.
And along with those defensive adjustments, Caden Matlin has come into the game for Maddox Misi behind the dish.
The 0-1 to Murphy, outside. ACU coming into the game at 20-14. Misses outside. They'll resume WAC play next week, but not before playing TCU here at Crutcher Scott Field at 6 o'clock on ESPN+. We'll bring you that game. The wind and the pitch. He missed inside again. And again, in a situation like this, Roman, you really just want to throw strikes.
Right, you're up 10 runs late in the game. All you want to do is throw strikes, pitch to contact, let your defense work, and get out of this game with a win.
The 3-1, he missed inside. Exactly what you don't want to do there. Walking the leadoff hitter can really start a big inning.
Now batting number 20, Nick Iverson.
Nick Iverson steps in, pinch hitter for the Aggies from the right side. De La Cruz checks the runner and delivers a strike on the inside corner. Wearing number 20, the senior is batting 174 this year. Runner on, 12-2 ACU. The pitch swung on, double play ball, 6, 4, 3. Exactly what the Wildcats ordered right there. 6-4-3 double play, Roman.
Well, and that's the benefit of walking a runner to lead off the inning is you get to turn a double play right after that with the ground ball up the middle. Zant Payne turns it to the freshman, Zion Stevens, and 2 outs now. Top of the 7th for the Aggies.
The pitch.
That one fouled off early on the off speed.
Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed. The Aggies are down to their last strike. De La Cruz winds and misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good plate discipline there from Jack Lee, representing UC Davis's final out here today in Game 2.
The righty winds and delivers. Misses again. Again, a 12:05 first pitch tomorrow. Starters unknown right now. 12-2 ACU at the crutch. De La Cruz winds and fires. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it from the crutch. ACU 12 runs on 17 hits and an error. UC Davis, 2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. Roman, what are your thoughts?
Well, it was really just a great all-around team performance here for Rick McCarty's Wildcats. The bats came, the pitching was good, bullpen played well, the defense played well behind their pitchers, and they're walking out with a series win, looking for the sweep tomorrow.
Yeah, in the first ever meeting between these 2 teams, you really want to make sure that you come away with a series win, and that's what you did. So, for Roman Raffelli, I'm Hutton Harris. Thanks for joining us on ESPN+. This has been a ACUTV production. Have a great day.